Hello, привет, как дела? Всё хорошо? Is everything okay? Then let's begin. Here we are again with our study of the Russian language. This time we're going to speak about objects or people that are many, or anyway more than one, the plural form. It's a very important topic in any language, and it's quite essential to be able to speak about things both in the singular and plural form. Is it a city or cities? Is it a question or questions? A telephone or telephones? Let's discover the way they say the names of objects, people, and even abstract nouns in the plural form in Russian. This is when knowing the Cyrillic alphabet becomes really important. And not only that, you'll manage to put the words into their plural form only if you know how they are written in their singular form. It's the written form that counts, at least the last letter of the noun we have in front of us. Good. Let's go in order. There are a series of rules that I have divided into two groups. So they are not a few, and this course dedicates lots of time to the practical side of learning. That is why we are only going to learn the first part of the rules in this video, that is the first 3 rules of the plural in Russian. Let's learn the Russian words we already know in their singular form, transforming them into plural. Look at the examples of the first rule. We see the words машина, which in the plural form becomes машины, система, системы, школа, школы, суббота, субботы. As you can see, they're all words of the feminine gender. Which rule can we extract from these examples? If the noun ends in "a" in the singular form, the letter "a" is replaced by the letter "u" in the plural form. There is a small asterisk. You'll discover what it means in some minutes. Try to say the sound "u." U. U. Машины. Системы. Школы. Субботы. Wonderful. Now let's have a look at the examples of the second rule. The best way of learning the grammar of a foreign language is when you, on your own, get the grammar rule from the examples. Let's read them. Телефон, телефоны, соус, соусы, результат, результаты, фильм, фильмы. What would the rule of this kind of nouns look like? If you noticed, all these nouns are masculine and they all end in a consonant letter in their singular form. In the word phone, the last letter is N. In the gravy or sauce, the last letter is S. In the result, it's there, and in the film, movie, it's M. They're all consonants. Do we remember what consonants are? Here is a small explanation. If the letter cannot be sung or pronounced long, it's a consonant. This way, the vowels are R, U, or, etc., while the consonants are p, l, v, g, s, and so on. They can't be sung, they are consonants. It's an ambiguous rule, but it works well for the grammar. So our second rule of the Russian plural is this. If the noun ends in a consonant in the singular form, the letter U is added in the plural form. We also find an asterisk here. In a minute's time, we'll see what it means. What's the Russian for restaurants? Рестораны. How do you say offices? Офисы. Answers. Ответы. Очень хорошо. Here we are, arrived at the third rule. Let's say some examples. I'd like to warn you that this rule is a bit more difficult. Maybe you won't be able to formulate the rule on your own. There are several letters in particular that count here. Let's read them first. Девушка, девушки, книга, книги, встреча, встречи. You might say, how is it? Wasn't it the rule of the letter A that becomes U? Why is there the letter E in the plural form? This is the asterisk we noticed before. The asterisk may be translated as apart from, except. I call this rule in the poetic way the seven sisters, which are the seven letters that bring a bit of disorder into the Russian grammar in so many of its aspects. So let's say the rule we saw before, deciphering the asterisk this way. If the noun ends in A in the singular form, this A is replaced by U in the plural form, unless it is preceded by one of the seven letters. G, K, Ж, Ш, Щ, Ч, Х. In this case, it's E that we put at the end of the word. This is the third rule, a bit long, but this is the best way of dotting all the I's. The seven sisters, or the seven specific letters, are important and should be learned by heart. They play a huge role in the Russian grammar, so that we're going to see them in various rules. Let's say them again. G, K, Ж, Ш, Щ, Ч, Х. The most important thing is just knowing them, knowing how they are pronounced. There's no need in learning their official names. What's the Russian for bags? Сумки. The flies. Мухи. Various types of porridge. Каши. Great, отлично. In order to complete this lesson that presents the rule of the plural of nouns, let's add a small part to the third rule, of which we haven't spoken yet. There were the words a bag, a girl, a meeting, and so on. They all end with the letter A, preceded by one of the 7 sisters. The same rule of the 7 special letters regards masculine nouns too, that end in these letters. Let's pronounce these examples. Pляж, which in its plural form is пляжи. Парк, парки. Блог, блоги. This means that the second rule, the other one that had the asterisk, should be pronounced together with the third rule like this. If the noun ends in a consonant letter in the singular form, we add U in the plural form, unless this consonant is one of the 7 letters G, K, Ž, Š, Щ, Ч, Х. In this case, it's E that we add. This is our third rule, enriched and completed. Try to put these words into the plural form. Rak becomes раки. Плащ, in its plural form, is плащи. Marvelous. You have just learned one of the most difficult topics of the Russian grammar. You've done a great job. Молодец! If you like this course, please subscribe and hit the like button here below. I will really appreciate it. The methodological advice is the same as follows. Watch this video at least one more time. If you wish, you can revise the colors, as we're going to speak about them in our next talk, and then go on